Good morning everyone. This video we are going to discuss about some of the primary tillage implements such as disc plough, rotary tillage, chisel plough and subsoiler. First we will see about disc plough. It is a plough which cuts, turns and in some cases breaks furrow slices by means of separately mounted large steel disc. A disc plough is designed with a view to reduce friction by making a rolling plough bottom instead of sliding plough bottom. It works well in conditions where moldboard plough does not work satisfactorily. There are different types of disc plough, standard disc plough and vertical disc plough. Standard disc plough. It consists of steel disc of 60 to 90 cm diameter set at a certain angle to the direction of travel. Each disc revolves on subaxial and a truss bearing carrying at the low end of a strong stand which is bolted to the bottom beam. The angle of the disc to the vertical and to the furrow wall is adjustable. In action, the disc cuts the soil, breaks it and pushes it sideways. There is little inversion of furrow slice as well as little burying of weeds and trashes. It may be mounted or trial type. In mounted disc plough, the side rest is taken by the wheels of the tractor. Sometimes a rear wheel is fitted to take side rest of plough to some extent. In trial type, side rest is taken by the furrow wheel of the plough. Disc is made up of heat-treated steel of 5 mm to 10 mm thickness. The edge of the disc is well sharpened to cut the soil. The amount of concavity varies with the diameter of the disc. Approximate value of concavity being 8 cm for 60 cm diameter disc and 16 cm for 95 cm diameter disc. Disc is a circular concave revolving steel plate used for cutting and inverting the soil. Disc angle. It is an angle at which the plane of the cutting edge of the disc is inclined to the direction of the travel. Usually, the disc angle of good plough varies between 42 degree to 45 degree. Tilt angle. It is an angle at which the plane of cutting edge of the disc is inclined to a vertical line. The tilt angle varies from 15 degree to 25 degree for a good plough. Scrubber. It is a device to remove soil that tend to stick to the working surface of the disc. Concavity. It is a depth measured at the center of the disc to place its concave side on a flat surface. Draft of the disc plough. The disc plough is lighter in draft than the moldboard plough, turning same volume of soil in similar condition. In very hot soil, some extra weight is added to the wheel which increases the draft. The bearing and scrubber of the disc plough also affects the draft. Next, vertical disc plough. In a plough which combines the principle of regular disc plough and disc harrow and is used for shallow working in the soil. This type of plough is also called harrow plough or one-way disc plough. It has a frame, wheel arrangement, depth adjusting device, same as regular disc plough and disc harrow. The spacing between the disc may be 20 to 25 cm for regular tractor drawn harrow plough. The size of the disc varies from 50 to 65 cm and the disc angle varies from 40 to 45 degree. Usually, a seed box is also mounted as an attachment of harrow plough which permits seeding of small grains. Since operating depth of this plough are shallow, that is 8 to 10 centimeter, energy requirement per hectare is much less than standard disc plough. So adjustments and repair of disc plough. In both standard disc and vertical disc plough, the width of cut may be increased by adjusting the angle between the frame and the land wheel axle to rotate the entire frame in a horizontal plane. The disc angle is also changed in this way. Disc angle of 40 to 45 degree gives the minimum draft for a given width of cut. Different adjustment on disc plough affect the depth of cut, width of cut and pulverization of the soil. Penetration is improved by decreasing the tilt angle on standard disc plough. Penetration is improved by increasing the disc angle. Penetration is improved by adding additional weight on the plough. Width of cut is adjusted by adjusting the angle between the land wheel axle and the frame. Advantages of disc plough. It can be forced to penetrate into the soil which is too hard and dry for working with a moldboard plough. It works well in sticky soil in which a moldboard plough does not sow. It is more useful for deep ploughing. It can be used safely in stony and stubby soil without much danger of breakage. A disc plough works well even after a considerable part of disc is worn off in, in abrasive soil. It works in loose soil also without much clogging. Disadvantages of disc plough. It is not suitable for covering surface trash and weeds as effectively as MB plough. Comparatively, the disc plough leaves the soil in rough and more cloddy condition than that of MB plough. Disc plough is much heavier than MB plough for equal capacities because penetration of this plough is affected largely by its weight rather than suction. There is one significance between MB plough and disc plough is MB plough is forced into the ground by the suction of the plough while the disc plough is forced into the ground by its own weight. Next, subsoiler. It is so named because it cuts and loosens soil below the normal tillage depth of 100 to 200 mm. Its shape is similar to the chisel plough except that it is made with a stronger shank or leg in order to resist the higher force required to till soil at greater depth. The bottom cutting tip can be narrow 25 to 50 mm or a low angle sweep or foot can be attached. The sweep has the advantage of loosening a greater volume of soil at the expense of only a small increase in the required pulling surface or draft. Rotary tillage. The rotary tiller or rotary cultivator is widely considered as the most important implement as it provides fine degree of soil pulverization. It is generally mounted on the tractor and operated. The benefit of rotor in the rotary tiller are effective pulverization of soil ensure good plant growth, cutting and mixing of stubbles and roots and mixing with soil, leveling of field. The functional components includes rotor fitted with L-shaped blade, 36 to 48 numbers of steel blades, gearbox, power shaft, sprocket chain drive, universal joint, leveling board, shield, depth control arrangement, and 3-point hitching provisions. The power from the tractor engine is transmitted to the rotary tiller through PTO of the tractor. The leveling board is attached to the rear side of the unit for leveling the tilled soil. Two numbers of adjustable brackets are provided on either side of the unit for controlling the depth of operation. The rotor is operated at 180 to 200 rpm. Type of blades used in rotary tiller. L-type blade works well in trashy condition, more effective in cutting weeds and but do not pulverize the soil much. Twisted blade suitable for a deep tillage in relatively clean grounds but clogging and wrapping of trashes on the tines and shaft needs frequent cleaning. Stride blade employed on mulchers design mainly for secondary tillage. So in this video we have seen about the different types of primary tillage implements. Thank you.